So, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to do another tale from the past that's actually going to be split up in. I want to split it up in 6 parts, but we're going to do 5 parts because I didn't know where it started and didn't know where it ended. Actually, I didn't know where it ended, and I know exactly how it goes from point A to Z. And yeah, this is a special one. It's one I found in. Ironically, in one of my local comic book shops. I was looking through the back issues of the old, Marvel, DC, whatever, from 70s, 80s, 90s, things like that. And I saw a little bird told me through the grapevine that there was something hiding in there, and something that I want to read for a very long time because for once, I like the storyline, and two, I like both characters, and it deviates from the norm. And I found it. So yeah, Kitty Pride and Wolverine. To give you a little bit of backstory about it, before we go into spoiler territory, Kitty Pride and Wolverine is basically a miniseries that kind of spin-off of the Uncanny X-Men that was released in 1984, and published, and it ended in 1985. Eventually there was a trade paperback. After that there came a trade paperback out in I think the zeros or something, but unfortunately I couldn't find it because it's out of stock and it's never going to be printed again. So you're basically depending on either being lucky to find it, because modern Marvel and DC and the majority of American comics, with the exception of Iconic Comics and, for example, some exceptions of Awa Studios, there's and maybe King Wolf, things like that. It's really disappointing. That's why I switched to manga. Went back to my roots for Franco-European comics and started making my own things. And second chapter is almost coming out. But that's not why we're here today. Today we're going to, now we're heading into the spoiler territory, what the story's all about. And like you see here, I can split it into 5 parts. I had to use some post-its. So we get right into this. I know that originally this has a little bit more pages. The separate issue has a little bit more pages, but since it is softcover kind of a combination of things, and translated by Unipress Strip, that's from an imprint from Standaard Uitgeverij, Belgium, and translated. I had to cut it into 5 different parts with blue post-its and one orange one, because that's where it ends. So without further ado, we're going to the Good, Bad and Ugly, and wrong order. First, we're going to discuss who the writer and the artists are, who did the colors, a little bit about the publishers. I already told you a little bit about it. Then we go to do a short synopsis of the first part of the first issue, and then first issue of 6, in this case 5, and then we're going to do the synopsis. We do a quick breakdown before we get to the plot twist, and then we tell the good, bad, and the ugly, and the rest, and whether it's good or not, and what's going to happen next, where we're going to continue the next video. So without further ado, let's open it. So we're going to part 1, lies. Here you see who it's written by it's created by Chris Claremont and Milgram, and did the drawings. Text is done by Clint Wayne, and Steve Snoeren is the translator. Dutch production and redaction, Hans Loos. Color is Clint Wayne's. This is Barbarian lettering, and it's copyright 1984, Marvel Entertainment Group, inclusive, yada yada. 1987, translated by Junior Press BV. And Naarden, Kitty Pride and Wolverine, and the distinctive likeness therefore of are registered trademarks of Marvel Entertainment Group, inclusive, and now Disney, used with permission. And the original releases of the limited series Kitty Pride and Wolverine. This collects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but I'm going to discuss only 5 issues. So first we're going to drink a sip of hot water with fresh ginger. There was also a little bit of lime in there because I had a cup before it. Just how I like it. Strong, but not too. So So this basically the synopsis is Kitty Pryde's father, who's a business owner who is takes place during the crisis of I think the 30s. Has come into financial hot water and goes into business with the yakuza, which are basically the Japanese mafia. So here she walks. A few years ago, she was like a straw, and with normal parents in Deerfield, Illinois. Then she discovered that she became mutant. So this is basically the backstory of a little bit go deeper into the backstory of like she could phase through objects. That's basically her ability, and even phase through buildings and even prevent her own death from great heights. Shadowcat, or Kitty Pryde, and she became an X-Men, a real superhero. But I couldn't prevent that my parents divorced, and something worse than that she couldn't imagine. And she gave her heart to Peter Rasputin, her colleague Colossus, which is another familiar superhero who could turn into steel, a mutant as well. And she, but he discovered he loved somebody else more than etc. And she X-Men 42. That's a separate issue. And she went back to Chicago, and here she arrives at her house at the house of her father, who's a business owner who got into some shady business with someone else, and it was she was basically came back from skating. She's a car like a limousine, and from that she figures out, of course, there's some high profile gas, but not the kind of high profile that you want to get or want to get involved with. We're getting to that later. So opening times 8 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. So goes in Hachiji, Gada, till Gogo, Yoji, Made. So from Monday to Friday till from 8 o'clock to 4 p.m. and Saturdays from UG to basically Gogo Ichiji Han. So 1:30 in the afternoon. So she's it's close. I forgot to tell you. He's basically the owner of a bank, and what happens is it turns out the door's closed, but she faces through. She's basically Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat. She could face through the walls, and he doesn't know that she's a mutant. What are you doing here? I'm looking for my father. He's He's in a meeting. You know the rules. I can't bother him. Strange. I wouldn't bother him. Strange. I thought that the door was closed. Yeah, how could it happen? Because this girl could face through walls and objects into people. And yeah. Jeez. Case looked pretty surprised, of course did. And she doesn't hope that the IRS is involved. The field is basically what we called, or the CIA. But no, they don't drive in this kind of doors. But yeah. There she hears voices. So we go to the next page, and here they come. I can't. Inappropriate. Illegal transaction. I already explained this to you. Unfortunately, Mr. Pryde, we can't tolerate this. We can't tolerate this order. We basically can't tolerate these words or this behavior. Our proposal is reasonable. I'm not doing it. Think about the alternative. I'm not letting myself, and basically, yeah, what happens is, no surprise, a child. Someone's hitting him. What's happening? A child. She wants to see her. She tells the big guy that she wants to see her father, but this big guy, is a minion of one of the crime lords, the Yakuza. And his name is Shumai. He's kind of a ex-sumo wrestler, kind of guy in guard. Do I have to have my way, fat? So okay, everything is all right. Let her shoot Shumai. His pride understands our point of view. And the choice is his. Come, Carmen. Why don't you introduce to your charming daughter? Dad, where are you fighting about? She has nothing to do with it. He doesn't want his daughter to be involved in these practices, and it turns out to be the guy who's leading the Yakuza is a warrior named Ogun. Ogun is in a kind of an it's an X-Men villain. Was also an X-Men or Wolverine, and also a mutant and a formidable warrior, and also one of his teachers. And but his ability is he could control the minds of people. And she still wants to herself what the hell was going on, but sorry, honey, but you came at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's she thinks she came to the right moment. These are they are the representatives of the corporation that just had taken over the bank, aka the Yakuza has taken over the bank, and Ogun is leading. And Mr. Shumai is the bodyguard. Mr. Delano and Mr. Walsh are at management of the team in the United States. And Mr. Ogun is the head of office. It's quite the honor to meet you, Miss Pryde. Also known as Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Yeah, if we translate into Japanese, and it will get along quite well till a certain point. We'll get to that later. And Owen looks at her. She wants to run away, and she remembers the time that Wolverine, basically that she saw Wolverine for the first time, and it's kind of logical because he's quite the appearance and quite the looker as well. And he has some powerful claws and an adamantium skeleton. And she discovers, to no one's surprise, that Ogun is Ogun is a mutant as well. To no one's surprise, and they tell her that, her father, Mr. Pryde, is telling her that they want to meet him, the head of the corporation. So basically, the head of the Japanese mafia, the yakuza, one of the crime lords, and we're going to eat something after that. And but once you get into business with the yakuza, there's no way you're coming back if you don't do their favors for them. And he tells her that the CEO works in and lives in Japan, so the land of rising sun, and he tells her that he will fly away for private jet, and he's staying there for a long time, for a very long time, I know, and he tells her that it's better to go back to school of Professor Xavier, so Charles Xavier, Professor X, and she tells her that she could warn the X-Men, but Pryde, being the stubborn teenager that she is, decides to take matters into her own hands and to figure out what else is going on. And Ogun tells, aka Demon, tells Mr. Pryde that his boss, that he could take her with him with ease, and she can match his son, last children. So she asked if she could come along, but Mr. Pryde tells him that no way. My decision is fine. My decision is final. I don't want you to talk about it. I'm sorry, girl. I didn't have to shout at you, but it's the tension of the last month or days. But I don't. But he tells her that to do as he said, and he'll explain later. And that's what happens. He gives her a letter for Mr. Lasinski, and for the housekeeper, and for some money for the taxi to the airport, and he tells her that she has a ticket back to school, etc. Of course, Dad, I'll make it. You too. And she tells her goodbye. All that she knows is that she doesn't. There's no way that he's coming back in multiple pieces, or does he? So she watches her father go right away with the yakuza and Japanese mafia, everywhere around the world infiltrates business and corporations, and as expected, her father wanted to protect her from the grasp of the organized crime, and she makes her way to the airport, and makes to a plane that phase through one into the cargo, and basically travels along with the luggage into the cargo hold. She makes her way into the cargo hold with the rest of the luggage and the lack of oxygen. So the 747, she flies away, and thanks to her facing ability, she could grab some necessary oxygen because it's lacking down there in the cargo hold. So she makes it her way. But she gets caught by one of the attendants, and she thought so. can't remember that there was someone in skating suit. I never remember that there was someone walking into the plane with a skating suit on. And she asked her for a passport. And she can't. She tries to make up a little lie. And but one of the attendees, or how you call it, stewardess. I've got the English word for it. Tells that she has to tell it to the basically to the pilots, etc. And they make their way into Tokyo, and she faces through it again, and she got the Japanese police after her, and she makes it into either the metro or the train, Densha, Chikatetsu, or the Shinkansen. Just what I needed. And one of the guys tells her that, okay, look out where you're going. You could have heard me. And it's hard to see Japanese people being this direct, but in this case, it's not surprising considering the busy rhythm of Tokyo. And there, she faces out of the bus. It was a bus eventually. Into the busy streets in the 80s. It's really busy, and the police are looked for everywhere. And she comes close to, and she still has reflecting on the guys that she met on Ogun, and Shigematsu. That's leader of the syndicate or the Yakuza, and bingo, and she calls someone. And fortunately she speaks Japanese, and has learned it from getting there. And she comes across a really tall, large building, and but it turns out that the dollars first have to be exchanged into Japanese yen, or yen. So however you spell N. So you have to speak that, pronounce it like a little bit like the French N. But whatever. Here she goes. She has to find the place for shelter. She heads into the building, and into the office. And she was she fell asleep out of exhaustion. She fell asleep on one of the sofas, and one of the cleaning personnel shouts her name, and another Japanese police forces after her with the guards, and it's raining outside. She makes her way. She got a cold. She comes across the police, and she grabs in typical not really heroic, but she has no choice. She grabs some cash out of the out of the machines, and she makes a run for it. But fortunately, her escape's cut short. She faces through it, and she fools the Japanese police guy. With her facing ability, she falls into the water of the sewers of Tokyo, and basically this is where she's heading. It's called Lie on the Streets. She calls. Eventually, she makes a phone call to to the X-Mansion and to Wolverine. She tries to call School of Charles Xavier in Salem, New York. So Wolverine smoking a cigar, asks her where she is, and she hangs up. Wolverine gets suspicious, and she can't. And now she's persona non grata, and she makes a run for it. And there's the head of the Japanese mafia, Shigematsu, and with her father. And he tells her that he asks her if he enjoyed the stay. He did, and that he understands their agreement. And he basically tells him that they are going to use his bank to turn their money from green, basically from illegal to green, and her father has no other choice. But that's where it ends, because the next chapter is going to be Fear, and here she catches her father in the act with Shumai and Shigematsu-sama, Shumai-san, and some other members of the Yakuza. And this is where it ends. 27 minutes long, almost. And now we're going back into the good, the bad, and the ugly, or at least the good. I really like how it flows. Yeah, it's really you could recognize it from the art style alone that it's an 80s comic, and one of also a nice cover from Wolverine, from Kitty Pryde and Wolverine issue 6. The original cover is somewhere at the back of the book. I can show that all to you if I can find it. This portfolio, some of the ending, but I think there was a page of the original covers. Here's the original cover. Beautiful artwork, line arts, fantastic. And there's a combination of colors. It gives a sort of this old Japanese movie kind of time vibes to it. It's winter. There's a lot of things going on. So you're building up to next job to Fear. And you also see how despite everything, her father wants to keep her safe from the class of organized crime, but they will always come back to haunt you. And that's something we'll figure out in the next chapter. But nice art, good dialogue, some tension going on, some organized crime, a blending of two cultures. The only bad thing is about the cover is Wolverine's arm is kind of twisted in an unnatural way, but maybe it was meant that way. I don't know, but that's really my only ugly part. The rest is it's really good. Even if you're not into the X-Men comics, or into Kitty Pryde, Shadow Cat, this is a really good point to start. And after this, your days will probably be spoiled for life, because this is an 8 out of 10 for a start. And that's all for today. For tonight, I'm going to drink my last sip of tea, and or hot water. And see you in the next video. We're going to discuss the next chapter, known as Fear. So part 2 of 5 will follow probably next week or the week after. But talk to you guys later. Hasta la próxima. Gianni!